October 7 saw a devastating guerrilla attack that defeated the IDF's Gaza division and captured hundreds of Israelis, including high-ranking army officials, who will presumably bring the freeing of Palestinian political prisoners and set the resistance on a trajectory to bring down the apartheid regime and/or achieve Palestinian statehood. That's the macro scale, the details, as far as we're able to gather from Israeli military, Palestinian resistance, and press publications in Hebrew, Arabic, and English, as well as from dashcam footage, GoPros, phones, and surveillance cameras, as well as me, binging on witness accounts recorded on both sides of the fence, and obsessively reading every military analyst I could find within the sea of data confounded by misinformation and counterinformation and fake news and actual information. What happened was this. Around 6 a.m. local time, the Palestinian resistance launched a meticulously executed attack and, as I argue, also a popular insurrection against Israeli military bases and settlements surrounding the Gaza Strip, deploying a wide array of forces on sea, land, and air, and underground. And by the resistance, I mean the plurality of factions and unaffiliated individuals opposing Israeli siege, apartheid, and colonization in Gaza and outside of it, and this includes, of course, the armed Palestinian factions, most prominently Hamas, which stands for Harakat al-Muqawama al-Islamiyya, the Islamic Resistance Movement, as well as Palestinian Islamic Jihad, the PIJ, and the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, the PFLP, which is a Marxist-Leninist organization, but also the people who joined in once the Israeli security apparatus came down. The armed factions started with what the Israelis are calling a diversion, launching an unusually extensive missile strike targeting the Gaza envelope and the coast up to Gush Dan, which is the Tel Aviv metropolitan area. Simultaneously, they attacked Israel's panoptic surveillance systems and cameras in and around Gaza with relatively cheap commercial drones with DIY explosive capacities, and then they approached and breached the fence with a large number of forces, probably around 3,000 fighters, blowing up the fences around Gaza in many points. Today I actually read an article saying in 44 points, according to Israeli sources, with specialized explosives, and laying down metal railings over which armed motorcyclists in groups of 2 could ride rapidly. Then heavy construction equipment like bulldozers and front-end loaders moved in to expand the breaches such that pickup trucks and sedans could drive through carrying more armed fighters. Videos show that well before 8 a.m., other factions were in full gear and uniform, ready to participate in the uprising. In this video, which was posted on Twitter as early as 7:58 a.m., which means it was posted by the Israeli source, probably on Instagram or TikTok earlier than that, this video shows the Mujahideen brigades with their white headbands fully ready to go, shooting at a police cruiser in the Israeli town of Sderot in the early morning. So this is the Mujahideen brigades, white headbands, not the Qassam brigades, which are Hamas's armed wing, who have green headbands. With these forces, they completely overwhelmed the Israeli defenses across many locations simultaneously, taking over the Erez crossing, catching soldiers in their underwear in the bases, taking over entire settlements, kidnapping around 240 people into Gaza, and killing many Israelis, including the colonel who commanded the Gaza division's southern brigade, including the mayor of the kibbutzim in the Gaza envelope, called the Sha'ar HaNegev Regional Council, who came out to fight, and many other high-ranking army officials, police officers, and also a team of Shin Bet officers, which is the equivalent of FBI agents.